Welcome to another episode of Adventures in Movies looks at ... This week, I'm joined by the hosts of Adventures in Movies.
Hello,
Well,
that's
hello.
us.
That is us.
And this week, we will be looking at Well Groomed. Well Groomed is a documentary that follows four women involved in the ultra competitive world of creative dog grooming. Along the way, we were led into a world of colorful dogs and their creative owners. This is a documentary, no joke. Creative dog. So,
I just want to say like how when we're messaging, everybody has their kinks, and this is
We need to discuss what kink means to you.
I was going to say
No,
we're going to get a dictionary and we will talk about the word kinks, and we'll also talk about what words you shouldn't use with kink, like baby.
or dogs.
Or dog.
No, see, bestiality is a thing, so
Right.
that's kink shaming. So, what was your guys' favorite? Lots of dogs in this. So, which one was your favorite?
Oh.
Favorite dog or favorite like costume?
Uh,
I mean, so kind of, it's one and the same in this.
I'm going to say Encore. Encore was kind of the star of the show in a lot of ways, I think. As far as
Which
the
one was
dogs go.
Encore?
That is Adrian's dog, who was like the big poodle who was younger, more spry than her old competition dog.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Which leads to some other things. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No spoiler, because I guess there's. Well, we'll get into the plot of this, but there is one major thing that we will avoid with this. I don't remember the names of the dogs, to be honest with you, but I did like the one that was turned into a Jurassic Bark world. I thought that was Danny. You were talking about costumes and dogs. In this case, it could be two different things. I like that dog, and I did like that design. I thought that was
yeah.
I thought that was really neat, very creative. Which costume or design did you like best?
See, oh man, I really did like that the Jurassic Bark, but I really like how the new girl that was going. And I wish I remember the names, but
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't either.
she was the youngest. She was the one new
I think that was
to
Nicole.
Nicole. She was going to do a rooster, and how she designed the dog and the fluff and everything. It was fucking.
Let's paint a picture though. So what she has done is she has clippered and dyed the fur of a big white dog.
Yeah.
And to where the front legs and first quarter head and quarter portion of the dog look like a giant chicken or rooster.
Yeah.
And then the other half of the dog is baby chicks and eggs and something else all
Like
together.
a barnyard.
Yeah,
like
it's a whole
full
barnyard,
barn
yeah.
scene. Yes.
So I guess maybe we should have started with like getting into what creative dog grooming is, because we just start
Truly.
talking all this crazy shit. Like, so creative dog grooming is, I mean, you guys might be able to describe it better than me. It's basically getting your dog and cutting, trimming, and painting it in fabulous, awesome, and creative designs. I mean, I can't think of any other way to describe it.
Using your dog as a canvas for your art is
That's
I
actually
think
very good.
the best way to describe it.
Using your dog as a canvas for your creativity. So,
for your creativity, yes.
yeah, that very much so. The creativity is off the charts in this.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome. So one of the things they do bring up though is during the segment with talk shows, someone says something to the effect of, "Hey, what you guys are doing isn't right, and you're only doing it for attention." Where do you guys stand on this? Like, do you think that it's wrong that they're doing it? Do you not care, or do you think it's fine?
I don't think so. Because we have like the dog shows, like where they're already they're already like well groomed. They're very well prim and proper. I mean, this is just the opposite extreme of that, where they where you have you have the creative talent, and these dogs are also staying still. They have beautiful fur on them as well, so
that's true. Actually,
it's not that different. Like, I mean, why aren't those people not going against the
Westminster.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
they that no, at no time do those dogs look unhappy. They're
yeah,
pampered,
Super
ultimately
pampered.
super
they
pampered.
are. The only difference is Westminster is this higher echelon of
Right,
owner,
right,
breeder, and possibly dog, because some of these dogs are very expensive. The
right.
creative dog groomers are more in the like middle class. Though Adriana, is that her? She has a very nice home, very nice home.
Oh
But
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the argument could be made because Westminster's in like the very it's in I don't know it's in a ballroom or something or very fancy, whereas the creative dog grooming place are just like in some convention, some I don't know expo center kind of place.
Well, let me ask you this, because as this started, did you have any idea that this world existed until this movie came on? Any
Not
idea?
at all, not at all.
Me
Like
neither. So it is micro niche. It is very,
yes,
Super.
very, very small community.
so
Um,
there's like there's your dog lovers on Instagram, and then there's the
right,
people who take it to the next level and put them in
right.
hats and suits. This goes way beyond that, way beyond
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is a, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, to be honest with you. Like someone said that the dogs are wagging their tails. I think Westminster looks a lot more stressful on the
Yeah,
dogs. They seem to
Yeah.
be
yeah.
having more fun at this thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's niche is like yeah, it's the niche of the niche. It's I don't know if
It's
I've
a
ever
niche within its own niche. It's like when the one Angela Cumpy, who is like apparently like the Michael Jordan of
Oh
creative
yeah.
dog grooming.
yeah she
Um,
is.
yeah. She when like with her whole storyline through the thing is kind of like her business, and she's turned this very specific thing into like a very it seems very like a successful business.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Conventions,
yep.
selling lots of hair dyes specific for the dogs, so they're not harmful and all this stuff. And yeah, I thought it was super interesting to see how there was like one person at the top of the game in this thing, and how this and it's completely under the radar as far as I know. But like she's like a rock star to these people.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of anyone being interested in it. I've never, I don't know if I've ever seen serious pictures of it, to be honest with you. Like, this was very eye-opening to
I
me.
remember there was a calendar that I wanted a long time ago that was cats that had been all like spray painted to look like crazy shit. It was cool. I was like, one was a peacock and like there's skeleton cats. It was cool. Similar,
Skeleton cats.
similar thing.
So
Halloween themed
Yeah,
cats.
it was.
I feel like, well, that's what a documentary should be doing, right? Bringing awareness to cultures and things that we don't even know that we might not even be aware of. And I think this documentary did that, like bringing us to the creative grooming scene. And now I feel anytime that something pops up of like, oh, this could be related to this. Now we're going down like a whole rabbit hole of things.
Well,
Right.
I'm glad you brought that up because that kind of leads to a question I had about it, which you answered, Danny. My question was, what was the point of this documentary? Because a documentary would be no, it's either to
Yeah, no,
entertain,
good,
like you
very
said,
good point. Very good question.
to entertain, to inspire, or to introduce someone to a culture or an idea. And I'll be honest, watching this, I didn't know. It's not inspiring. I didn't think
No.
like
No.
entertaining. Like yeah, if you're really into dogs and you're willing to watch this be done to them, then yes, it's entertaining. It's not educational. I mean, I
No.
just I don't know. I didn't see a point behind it, to be honest. What about you?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So it is. Yeah, how do you say it? Because it's like to me, there was some cringy, really cringy moments, like on several instances, and like not be, and it wasn't because it was trying to make fun of these people. I don't think that
no,
at all.
I never
No.
But
got that. Yeah,
I never got that, and it would have felt shitty if it had. It would
absolutely.
because one of the things like about this that like what is the point of it? I can't really tell you. I but I'll say the thing about it is there was like an incredible lightheartedness.
Yeah.
The community itself got along. They were rooting for each other, and honestly, it was cool to see like a something that is as hyper competitive. And honestly, they're not taking home giant checks, but $2,500 changes anybody's life for the month.
Yeah.
You know,
It
so
Yeah.
does.
like
Yeah, it does.
And so like it is competitive, but it was all about like respect and recognition. And ultimately all these people involved had a lot of respect for each other. And you could tell that the crowd that would show up to these things, like they were super into it. I don't know. There was like a lightheartedness that I really appreciated about whatever the message was.
It was very innocent, and that's funny. Danny had one of my questions, so like you kind of bring up another thing that I had. I felt there was absolutely no drama in this, and I've seen like documentaries about Scrabble competitions that are more heated than what we saw in this. Like, I felt there was no tension, and I felt that kind of hurt. Like I wasn't expecting this reality TV, throw a chair across the room type of thing, but like. There was no villain or anything.
West Coast Choppers, but with
exactly. Like I felt that there was kind of no, I don't know. I felt there was no driving force to it. To be perfectly honest with you,
there wasn't. But I feel for the cast or the characters, cast of characters, they had like a goal to reach, especially with Adrian. I think that was the one that we saw the most.
She wanted to. And
yeah, she never really won anything. Like the villain to me was a little bit like Angela because she's a Michael Jordan. Like you want to bring her down. You want to bring down Angela. Like
a Cruella de Vil, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, there's no like backfighting or jealousies
no. It's just
and they try to make that one girl sympathetic, like the girl who's opening her own shop, and I think
she has some hardships along the way.
Right. Yeah. But and we're supposed to be rooting for him. And I agree with Danny. Like we're definitely supposed to be. I think Adrian is like the star of the show, and we're supposed to be pulling for her. And there's a lot to pull for her. But the tension or drama that they build up with like the girl's shop and all that stuff. It doesn't land. It doesn't ultimately. It doesn't land.
Which doesn't mean it. Now, I didn't feel the movie was bad because of it, but I did notice the lack of tension. So we've touched on some of the groomers here. Which one were you rooting for the most? Like, so the big thing is Hershey. That's the big creative dog grooming. It's like their Westminster.
Right.
Who were you really rooting for there? Who was your favorite?
Adrian.
Yeah.
Adrian, again, she's the one that we spend the most time with. I didn't really feel very connected with Nicole. I wanted for her shop to succeed. Like I still feel like
right names for the right people.
Huh?
I hope these are the right names for the right
people.
I
know, right? Well, whatever. Like because I do think like Angela was the bad guy or the one to beat. But like I feel like that's who I like really wanted to take it all.
Yeah. The other person. Well, there was that one group. I think is it Catherine. She was like she did a bunch of. She was successful with just the regular dog grooming, and then she also wanted to do the creative. And she was the one that they showed in the interview with the BBC, where they were like, "Don't you think it's ridiculous?"
Yeah.
So I felt bad for her because like right when she was gearing up to do her thing, like she has some stuff come up for her like storyline, and so I was like kind of pulling for her, but I thought her little story wrapped up kind of in a cool way.
I thought so too. Like she had the most realistic, I guess.
Totally. Right.
I mean, it's all a true. It's a true story. Right. Nothing's dramatized or anything, but I don't know. Hers had that human touch to it.
It did.
So I guess the question would be, and I know you don't have a dog, Blake, but I know you're a dog. You like dogs and all. Would you take your dog to one of these ladies, and would you have them work their magic?
Oh, dude, yes. For like Halloween or something, absolutely. Like, let's go crazy. Like, I want to do a Fear and Loathing Hunter Thompson themed dog, like backcountry in the back. It'll be great.
What about you, Danny?
The answer is yes, and I would like to have my little mutt schnauzer to be a little bit more, I don't know, vampiric maybe.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah, that's her.
Nice.
Yeah, just
vampire schnauzer. I like it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
A little blood coming out in the beard. I like it.
Yeah,
I would totally take Blackjack, and since he's a little bit older, and these women are very creative and they could do some cool things, I would want them to make him look like the old dude at the bar, like he has. There's like they could put some bar stools around it. I mean, they did some amazing things here, so they could absolutely do this.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea.
He already has the white eyebrows and everything.
Very
So.
true.
Yeah.
Very
And he'll
true.
just be laying there.
He just needs
Yeah,
a little
exactly.
hat.
Exactly.
Wait a minute,
Maybe,
is that Walter Matthau or is that Blackjack?
it'd be awesome. So, Danny, final words. And is this an opening day? Is it a rental, pay to rent, stream, or totally ignore?
This is like opening day. This is such a heartwarming, like fun movie. Like at the end of it, I was like, yeah, I want like this was fun. I definitely would recommend people to go see this opening day.
Cool. Blake, what do you think of Well Groomed?
I'd stream it out. Yeah. If you got a free afternoon that's streaming on your favorite service, I would definitely stream it. I guess I wouldn't pay any money for it. But
I'm in the same boat as you. I think the
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, very enjoyable, lighthearted, heartwarming is like a perfect way to describe it. It's really good stuff to have in the background. Yeah, it's great for streaming. Actually, the version we saw is an uncut version. It's on HBO right now, but it's only an hour on HBO. We saw the full cut of it.
Oh,
So.
wow.
Nice.
Ooh, I wonder what they cut out.
Me too,
I know.
because I thought it was actually. I think if you cut anything out, it might take away from it. To be honest, with you.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel it was
maybe the song.
maybe her singing, right, which was actually pretty. That was like one of the more heartwarming parts too. So I
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. It's yes, it's but she's young and nervous and first time on this big stage. So
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Hey, it takes a lot of guts to sing in front of a bunch of people.
It does, and could be completely sober. So
I've never done it.
It's a great job. So it's but it's definitely worth streaming. Like with no doubts about it. I mean, if you have the chance, check this movie out, but you might not want to plop down bucks on it. So every week you can catch us here on YouTube with Adventures in Movies looks at ... I think, and maybe you guys agree with me, we can honestly say that we are the most eclectic movie review site that's out there. I mean, come on, creative grooming documentary, horror movies. You want shorts on ASMR? We got you covered. Like,
you want butt boys?
We'll talk 20 minutes about a 10-minute thing.
we will talk longer than the actual movie. You want a horror movie from the 90s? We got you. Like, let us know in the comments. You might have an idea. We will review anything. Open review policy. You can also listen to our podcast, Adventures in Movies, or you can check out the quick and dirty version here on YouTube. Also, there's a YouTube channel called Retro Nerd Girl. Talk about eclectic. She has everything from What We Do in the Shadows to Samurai Cop. I don't know if you guys have seen that ridiculousness, but it's awesome. We should review that sometime. To Magic Mike, to Silver Bullet. So these are some
Silver Bullet.
Oh, we should revisit it. Danny, fight me.
Hey, you know what? Let's have Regina actually likes that, so that one
I love Silver Bullet. God damn.
That might be a fun one. And Samurai Cop, I'm surprised you've never seen it, Blake. That's one of those. That's a good one. That's a really good one, actually. But yes, check us out. Give us some ideas in the comments below. We will talk to you next week.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Adios, everybody.
The old man at the barn last night, but got a little drunk.